Still at the Mandela National Stadium, Namboole, the football maker of Ugandan football. There is a lot of work that is going on. Of course, it was in the anticipation of the delayed 2024 African Nations Championship that was supposed to be happening from the 1st of February to the 28th of February. That has since been postponed to August 2025. Mandela National Stadium is one of the venues that will be used for that tournament, but also the bigger Africa Cup of Nations. We are going to be talking to the MD of the stadium because there is a lot that is happening, and he is going to give us an insight. Well, the interview with Mr. Jamil Sewanyana is going to be happening at the outside pitch of Mandela National Stadium, Namboole, the training ground. This is the outside pitch of Mandela National Stadium. It was also the pitch that was one of the pitches that were going to be used as a training ground during the CHAN. But it is also the pitch that will be used as one of the training grounds during the Africa Cup of Nations. It is also going to be hybrid, just like the inside pitch. Like you can see, they've tried to put a wall around it. I'm told they are going to create another perimeter face inside. They have already put a stand. I'm told that stand can accommodate up to 1,000 spectators. But I'm told they are going to put more stands around this facility. So much as Mandela National Stadium, the main football pitch, is very expensive for Uganda Premier League clubs to host league games, you feel that this outside facility is actually one that can be used to host league games. It does have floodlights, meaning that we have another facility in Uganda that can be used to play football games during the night. Of course, they are mowing the facility. The running track is already there. I'm told that the Uganda Athletics Federation did write to the management of Mandela National Stadium, requesting them what it would take for the athletes to use this facility for training. And I was told, they told them it was totally for free. All they need to do is to communicate to the management of the stadium, the athletes that actually need to use this facility. We already have dressing rooms. I've visited them before. You have the away section, the home section, an area for the referees, and a couple of other officials. Of course, last year we did have Rugby Afrique games happening here. I'm told that this year we are still going to have Rugby Afrique games happening here. And you believe that by the time they come around, the facility will be meeting the required standards or better standards than the ones that it was in when we hosted those games in 2024. So the MD is here. He will be talking to us. He's a man who doesn't get a lot of sleep because the pressure to deliver, to make sure that this facility does meet the required standards. We are told sometimes it is very, 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 very immense. Mr. MD, good afternoon, sir.
Good afternoon.
There's a saying of late that does the pressure increase or decrease?
It depends.
Because with the CHAN postponed to August 2025, you want to feel that probably now you people can afford to get a little bit of a decent sleep without much pressure of delivering the facility with timelines.
The pressure is still on. Even the 6 months, there is still pressure to deliver. It's not until we've hosted the event, then you can sleep, you can rest. Otherwise, we are continuing the pace. We are finalizing on recommendations that have been made by CAF in various areas, in security, in media, in protocol, in the competition. So there are quite a number of suggestions, even when we are at 95, 96% completion. So there will always be requirements, but I can say that most of the work is almost done.
Well, of course, we came around and the place is buzzing with activities. And one of the main activities that is happening is transforming the turf into an AstroTurf. First of all, this was on whose recommendation, and what are the advantages of Mandela National Stadium having an AstroTurf surface?
Okay, what we are doing now, we are installing a hybrid pitch system. So what we have for example, on this ground where we are standing, it's 100% grass. But we are going to stitch it, and when we stitch it, it will now be 95% grass and 5% the fiber, the synthetic fiber. So it will still stay a natural pitch, but reinforced with a fiber, synthetic fiber, or which is artificial turf. So it's not becoming an artificial turf. We are just strengthening what is existing by installing stitches in there. So it becomes a hybrid system, but it makes the pitch firmer. It also makes the root growth also be firm. So when you do a sliding tackle, or when you get enough grip when you do a sliding tackle, the grass does not come up or the soil. And then you can have as many games as possible. Like we're going to have a tournament and you're having double headers every other 2 days. So it's a recommendation by CAF and FIFA. If you take note, most of the World Cup venues and even the clubs in Europe are now have hybrid pitches.
Well, the process, of course, has started. You can probably let us know when did the process start and for how long is it going to go on?
The process started on the 8th of January, and we are doing stitching for the main pitch. The period is 2 to 3 weeks, and then also this external pitch will be 2 to 3 weeks. So our target was to have the main pitch, because of the time constraint that we had, to have it ready by the opening of the tournament. Yeah.
And then we also saw they are trying to construct stands on the different areas that give people access to get to the turf. Why is that arrangement being put in place?
We are installing, or we have installed 16 staircases. Those are emergency evacuation staircases. So it means if we have an emergency, instead of having 2,500 in one bay going through one vomitory or exit, like you've seen, if it's at 3, if it's at 4, it means that we can also have people evacuating into the pitch. So those staircases will help on the evacuation. And that's a recommendation by CAF security.
Well, the last time we were here, of course, everyone was excited about the facility. I know that one of the things that people complained about was the lighting, especially the games that were played at night. And you kept on saying, together with the officials from UPDF, that there are plans to improve the lighting system at Mandela Football Stadium. What is the latest?
The lights have been installed. We ordered for lights from Thorn. The delay was in the shipping of the cables. The lights have been here for the last 6 months, but it's the cables that arrive during December, just before the end of the year. So we've installed the cables, we've put out the masts, so the lights are all fixed, they're all installed, and we meet the minimum requirement. Yeah, for example, in the main pitch, the requirement is 2,000 lux, we are above 2,000. When we did the test with CAF, it was 2,200. There are some finer details to do. Probably we could even make it 2,500 as per the FIFA World Cup requirement. For the training pitch, it's 500 lakhs. At the moment, we have 700. So we meet the standard, the minimum requirement.
Well, still on the main football pitch, what are some of the other areas that have been improved or are in the process of being improved as we gun up to August 2025?
For the pitch, there is nothing more apart from maintenance. Once we complete the stitching, then we are done. Up to AFCON, we'll be ready for AFCON. So AFCON is our target. Then the rest is maintenance of the pitches to ensure that they're in good condition.
PA system?
The PA system is also installed. We have internal, external, so we can communicate externally and also internally. All those are fixed, yeah, and ready to go.
Then, of course, the venue we are at, the outside pitch, which you would want to call the training ground of Mandela National Stadium. We already have 4 towers erected, floodlights. We have a stand that I understand can accommodate up to 1,000 people. First of all, tell us about the floodlights, but also the stand and what else is to be probably done on this training pitch.
The floodlights are up and running, and the pitch is ready for use. So we've installed them, as you can see. We've also put up bleachers. That's now a 1,000 seater, and we intend to increase it to even about 6,000 because already in stock we have about 7,000 seats. So we shall continue improving in piecemeal, depending on the requirement. This training pitch was also designed during the renovation to have 2 dressing rooms, and we can host league matches here or any football activity here and rugby here. So we've also put a fence to segregate people from just directly accessing the the participants. So it's also good to go, apart from just a few touch-ups here that we are going to do following the installation of the masts for the floodlights.
Actually, that was my next question. That we potentially have a ground that meets FIFA standards to host Uganda Premier League games.
Yes.
The main pitch is expensive for clubs to hire. Yes. The outside pitch should be very cheap for the clubs to hire.
This is cheap, and also in terms of protecting the main pitch. So the main pitch, like you've seen in Europe, there is a main pitch, Old Trafford, Etihad, Emirates, where teams go on match day and they have where they train. So the same model. This is the training pitch, and the other one is the match day pitch. And in terms of, we are ready to host a league match in the main pitch. But because of the cost aspect and judging from the past experiences, we made sure that this training pitch can also serve as a match day pitch for league matches, big league, and also the Premier League, and also university games and any other corporate entities and private. They can use it and save them from the cost of the big facility, which would be pricey.
And of course, meaning that you don't have to have games kicking off at 2 p.m. and the other at 4 p.m. You can actually have a game kick off at 6 p.m. and the other at 8 or 9 p.m. Because I remember during the Rugby Africa, we had games starting as early as at 10 a.m. and the last game was kicking off at 4 p.m. With the floodlights, we can have games kick off at 2 and play up to 9 or 10 p.m.
Yes, we can. We can have night games, and as you can see, the trend nowadays, it's entertainment. It's in the evening. You get more traffic in the evening to watch these games. So we are ready for the night games.
Well, Mr. Sewanyanas, we'll let you go. The general public, the next time we visit Mandela National Stadium, I think that will be around March during the World Cup qualifiers. What should they expect when they come around to cheer the Uganda Cranes?
They'll find an improved facility, a facility that they'll enjoy right from the moment they get into the gates. Even buying the tickets, it will be a better option. They'll have seamless events. It's now up to the event organizers to ensure that they match the standards that we've put in the stadium.
Well, you've heard it from the man who is in charge of Mandela National Stadium, the MD, Mr. Jamil Sewanyana, giving us all the details and giving us all the answers to the questions that we've had on the facility. Hope you've enjoyed it. Remember, it is CK Sports Football 256. Subscribe to our channel if you've not yet subscribed. If you like our content, please share. If you have any questions you want to ask, please ask the questions. And feel free to share this content with some of your colleagues that you feel will need it for their own consumption. Clive Chaze is my name, still here at the Mandela National Stadium, Namboole.